Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om. Om. ஐந்து கரத்தனை ஆனை முகத்தனை இந்தின் இளம்பிறை போலும் எயிற்றனை நந்தி மகந்தனை ஞான கொழுந்தினை துந்தியில் வைத்தடி போற்றுகின்றேனே. தந்தை தாயாவானும் சார்கதியிங்காவானும் அந்தமிலா இன்பம் நமக்காவானும் எந்தமது ஊனாகுவானும் உயிராகுவானும் அருட்கோனாகுவானும் குரு. நன்மையும் செல்வமும் நாளும் நல்குமே, திண்மையும் பாபமும் சிதைந்து தேயுமே, ஜென்மமும் மரணமும் இன்றி தீருமே, இம்மையே ராம என்றிரண்டெழுத்தினார். ஹரி ஓம். To all. I learned some of the things in our village Shiva temple. From Ramanavami onwards there will be 10 days function. Every day there will be religious discourses and other activities. So some of the things I learned there only. I was there for about 16 years or 17 years in my village. So in those days, though it is a Shiva temple, they celebrate Ramanavami for 10 days. So 10 days there will be a lot of religious things going on and we learn things. Of course, every day there will be Ramayana also. All the 10 days, every year, 6 to 7 I suppose, or 6:30 to 7:30, there will be Ramayana Upanyasa.
No prasadam.
Evening no prasadam.
Prasadam. That's important. That will work out.
But in Pradosha day, such days there will be prasadam. And Shivaratri, I suppose, a Pandit will tell stories all over the night. He will tell stories. And Pradosha days also there will be some satsang type of things. Elderly people will be assembled together and discussing things. So anyone interested can sit there. To my knowledge, yes, I lost track of things some 40 years back, so at least 30 years back. So possibly this is going on even now with some other people. Of course, I came to know they are celebrating Pradosham in a grand manner, grand Annadanam and all going on. They constructed Rajakopuram and all. But they are all not religious activities. Like in our Aniketi, Rishikesh temples, we all chant together. The same way in our temple also we all chant together. Elders will be chanting, by keep listening we also learn and chant. And we will go to every shrine, Shiva, Ganesha, Kashi Vishwanatha and so on. So every shrine there will be particular songs will be sung and we all listen and learn. Some of the things I learned there only. The basement was given there. So this is Ramanavami time, I remember that. Then another thing is, people... Today is Pradosham also. Another thing is, Pradosham was not a big deal in our time. Yeah, it picked up very later. And we just come around our shrine. Nowadays they won't come around. They will halfway or quarter to one, they return back. Such things were not there. Navagraha was not there. Now they have installed Navagrahas also. Because at that time Shiva was the biggest Bhagavan, he is enough. But now they possibly lost confidence in him. They have Navagraha also. People are very difficult to understand. They have their own way of thinking. Another thing is people with Makaram, Kumbham, Meenam, Rasi, for them some tough times may be going on. So they can listen to or study, learn Ramayanam, Rama, Hanuman and so on. So for them also this Ramayana class will help, I suppose, as a worship. Because Saturn, Sade Sati, 7.5 years Saturn is going on for those Rasis. Generally it is believed he is friend with Hanuman. Hanumanji is devotee of Rama. So learning Rama, chanting Rama will be helpful of them. Then I don't know how far it is true, but the Sabari chanted this Om Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Om. Even now in Kerala, Karnataka border, there is a Kanchangarh Papa Ramadas Swami Ashram. They chant this Om Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Om. Om Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Om. Akhanda Nama they say, the whole day for weeks after week, month after month, years after years, they are chanting. So this is one of Rama's mantra. Like Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya for Krishna, Sri Rama Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama is for Rama. So one can chant this also. Otherwise Rama itself also is enough. So it is tips for people who are suffering due to worldly difficulties. Okay. Let us come to our class. So we saw last class, while Hanuman was traveling to Sri Lanka, he faced with some difficulties. Impediments or obstacles may come not only from our enemies, it may come even from our friends. So Hanuman was offered to rest. He respectfully discarded it. Then Surasa came. He overcome that both from friends, well-wishers. Then he met with Simhika. He killed her. Then Sri Lanka Devi came and he overpowered her. So in our life, not only enemies will cause troubles, maybe our friends will wish us also, without knowing or doing good to us, in the form of doing good to us, they may do harm or give difficulties to us. So we have to patiently and intelligently overcome them. So this is the lesson we learned from Anjaneya while he was crossing the ocean. Then we saw and we are seeing women are not killed generally, because Manusmriti says cow, Brahmin, women should not be killed unless they come to kill us. So Rama also, when he had no other option, he killed Tataka. they didn't kill Surpanaka, just harmed her. That is to chase her away. The same way Hanuman also didn't harm Surasa, just he went inside her mouth and came out. Then Simhika was about to kill him, so he killed her. Then with Lanka Devi, he didn't kill her, just attacked her, neutralized her, that's it. So how much in Hinduism women are respected, we know from such incidents. So when there is no other way, only something happens differently. Otherwise, this is the standard procedure to deal with women with courtesy and respect. Then we see Hanuman have lot of siddhis, powers, which generally we know Rama didn't have. That is, Bhagavan didn't have such powers, but the devotee had the power. So then they say, Bhakta is greater than Bhagavan. I have told you many a times, in our tradition, devotees has to be respected more. Sadhus, sannyasis has to be respected more than even Bhagavan. Even you can ask the Bhagavan to keep waiting, but you have to give importance to people who dedicate their life to Bhagavan. So Tondar Adiyarkum Adiyen. From this only the 63 Nayanmas story came out. Another one is Peridu Peridu Bhuvanam Peridu Bhuvanamo Nanmuhan Padaippu. I have narrated the poem. So in that also, Ishano Tondardam Ullattu Odukkam. Even the Bhagavan is inside the devotee's heart. So devotee is the greatest person in this world. In Vaishnava Sampradaya also, not only in Shaiva tradition, even in Vaishnava Sampradaya also this holds good. So you can see devotee of Bhagavan is worshipped, revered a lot than Bhagavan. It is not to say you should not revere Bhagavan, but to show how we have to respect more people who are alive. That's what Swami Vivekananda says. Uirulla Deivangalai Vazhipadungal. People who are alive, living in front of us, guiding us. So we have to worship them more. We have to respect them more. We have, whatever way possible, we have to help them, serve them. So serving is the word of Ramakrishna, not helping. So we have to serve them. So the devotee is greater than Bhagavan. So in Anjaneya's life, we see this very clearly. Then, in spite of having such things, we see Anjaneya never had any head weight. Head weight is a Tamil word translated to English. Ego, pride. He don't have that. He doesn't have that head weight or pride, ego. He is very humble, polite. So that also we have to learn. Swami Vivekananda respects two people very much. We can say three people. One is Nachiketa of Kathopanishad. Another one is Lord Anjaneya. Then Buddha. So he has very much respect for these people, we understand from his speeches. So Anjaneya is a model for every devotee. How a devotee should be behaving. So he is the model for us. So that Anjaneya, who is Anjile Ondru Pettan, who was born to Vayu Bhagavan, wind god, Anjile Ondai Tavi, who crossed the ocean, which is Varuna, Bhagavan. Anjile ஒன்று ஆறாக. Through space, Akasha, he crossed through air travel. First, possibly not the first, because already there were Pushpa Vimana and so on. So, the air service was available, we can say. There is a parcel service in Tamil Nadu by Pollachi Mahalingam, I suppose, called ABT, parcel service. In there, they have the symbol of Hanuman lifting the Sanjeevani hill in his hand and flying. That is the emblem for the ABT parcel service people. So like Malaysia also, there is a Garuda Airlines. Malaysia or Singapore? I heard there is a Garuda Airlines. The airlines is called Garuda. Indonesia. Okay. Thank you. So in that way, Anjaneya was the emblem in ABT parcel service. So he traveled through air. Anjile ஒன்று ஆறு ஆக. ஆறு means path in this context. ஆரியர்க்காக ஏகி. Aryan here means venerable, reverend, respectful. Some people say this as ஆருயிர்க்கு ஆக ஏகி. I don't think it is a right reading. Whether it is a venom by the part of some Dravidian people, I don't know. But it doesn't make sense in this context. Aruyirkaga Yehi. My guru, in our cultural class books, the reading is Aryarkaga Yehi. Aryar means reverend person, that is Sri Rama, for Rama's purpose. He went to Sri Lanka. Anjile ஒன்று பெற்ற அணங்கை கண்டு.
Because he is an Aryan.
No, Aryan means who is respectful. That's it. Sandon, பெருமைக்குரியவன்.
Dravidians didn't want the name Aryan. No?
Possibly. I suspect that. There, see, sometimes there may be two readings. One is Aryarkaga, one is Aruyirkaga. But in this context, Aruyirkaga doesn't fit. So it may not be another reading. Some malpractices, some academicians did something to confuse. Or the cinema people, they also, without having any enough knowledge, they do such things. For example, some Thuthukudi or so, some cinema is there in that ஐந்து கரத்தனை ஆனை முகத்தினை song will be sung ஐந்து கரத்தினை ஆனை முகத்தினை. Completely wrong reading. So because they didn't know, they were singing wrongly. Possibly in that way also it might have happened. Anyhow, we have to be cautious. Better we have the reading of Aryarkaga Yehi.
What is the meaning of the other one?
Aruyir means very dear one. Very dear one. So whether the dear is Sita or Rama, then question comes. It cannot be Sita. Sita is very dear to Hanuman, we cannot say. Then whether Rama is very dear, generally with Bhagavan we don't say such things. Bhagavan is very respectful. Of course he is our very life. But generally we don't see such expressions Aruyir. So I think it is very some mischievous reading, maybe not fitting well like Aryarkaga Yehi. Then Anjile ஒன்று பெற்ற அணங்கை கண்டு. Earth, among the 5 elements, we have covered Vayu, air, we have covered ocean, water, we have covered space, we are covering 4th one now, earth. So it is believed Sita is daughter of earth, mother earth. So Hanuman finally saw Sita there. So the people, they don't believe that Rama is true. They don't believe Rama lived. They don't believe Sita born to earth, and so on. They don't believe many things. But they believe Rama killed Vali from behind the tree. They believe Rama chased away Sita to the forest. They believe Rama asked Sita to enter into fire. These things they believe. Okay? This is called Ardhajari Nyayam, half-baked egg. In one egg, half is baked, half bar hatching, half bar boiling. It cannot happen so. So if you believe Ramayana, you believe completely. If you don't believe Ramayana, you don't believe completely. No, Ravana is my great grandfather. Don't say that. When you don't believe Rama, existence of Rama. Okay. When you don't believe existence of Rama Setu, and so on. So there are idiots roaming around us. So we have to be alert and awake from those people. So in Sarga 15 of Sundara Kantam, finally Hanuman catches sight of Sita in a temple. So Hanuman was waiting for a opportunity, a right time, because we have to choose the right time, right words, right people. These are all very important. Many times things go wrong because we might have chosen the wrong person in a wrong time or wrong words. Things go wrong. So Hanuman was waiting for a right time. Meanwhile, the night comes to an end. That is, in the Brahma Muhurta time came, which many of us may not know. It is 4 o'clock. Around 4 o'clock is called Brahma Muhurta. One has to wake up. Ravana had the good habit of waking up in that time. Of course, the kings will be having alarm in those days. Their own alarm, that is, there will be singers. They wake up and they will be singing songs, beating musical instruments. So the king also will be woken up. This comes in the Artha Shastram of Chanakya also. So we can, of course it is in Ramayana, very earlier to Artha Shastra. So we understand this is the tradition for quite long time in India, possibly in other places too. So in the early morning, Brahma Muhurta time, with music, with light music also. It is mentioned in Artha Shastra, not drums. So with light music, the king was woken up. So while describing that, Valmiki Ramayana says, Sarga 18, Sloka 2, Shadanga Veda Vidusham Kradu Pravarayajina Shushrava Brahma Goshan Sa Viratre Brahma Rakshasam. That is, in Ravana's Sri Lanka, okay, Ravana, who is in the tradition of Brahma, we can say great grandson of Brahma, who is a Brahmin, okay, these are the very important points. In his Sri Lanka, he had people who know Vedas, Samskrita Vedas, okay, Shada Anga, with 6 branches also, that is Nirittam Chandas Jodisham Shiksha Kalpam Vyakaranam, including those branches who knows Veda well. Those people were there, they were chanting Vedas in that Brahma Muhurta. Then there are people who know well about yajnas, yagas and yajnas, who know well. They were doing yagas also, yajnas also. In Ravana's Sri Lanka, this is happening. Okay, our idiots should know these things well. Who thinks Ravana is their great grandfather? Then Sushrava Brahma Goshan. The Brahma means Vedas. Veda sound, chanting sound. Of course, these are all things comes in our Tamil literature too. In every literature this comes. But in Valmiki Ramayana this comes. So I am making this point. So it is our tradition. We see from our literature. Here also we see the same tradition. Ravana also hearing the Veda Goshas got up. And who is Ravana? Who is well versed in Samagana. When he caught inside the Kailash, when he was trying to lift, then Narada gave him the idea, please sing in Samagana, Samaveda, so Shiva will be pleased, then he will lift his thumb of his leg, then you will get released. Then Ravana sang Samagana, then only he was released by Shiva. So he was also very well versed in Samaveda, which is music. With that only he pleased Shiva. So there is nothing astonishing here to see this in Valmiki Ramayana. In Sri Lanka there was Veda Goshas. That is called Brahma Gosha. So hearing that, sung by or chanted by Brahma Rakshasam. So we come to know there are Varna Ashrama Dharma among Rakshasas too. Okay? Brahma Rakshasam. Brahmanas among the Rakshasas. Sa Viratre Brahma Rakshasam. These are all things done by Brahmanas among the Rakshasas. So there may be Kshatriyas among the Rakshasas, there may be Vaishyas among the Rakshasas, there may be Shudras among the Rakshasas. To sum up, four Varnas, Varna Ashrama Dharmas were there among the Rakshasas also. So as soon as he woke up, Ravana, he wanted to see Sita. So along with his retinue of 100 wives, he came to Ashoka Vatika. So Hanuman was happy that he didn't come down. He was in hiding because Ravana should have seen him. So Hanuman was watching what is going on. So he came and as usual he was blabbering things. Finally Sita put a blade of grass in front of him without looking at him. Who was asking her to give consent for marriage. She told, you better surrender to Rama. You don't know who he is. Before him you are nothing. So without knowing his power you are telling all these things. If you want to live long, better surrender to Rama, and he has a generous heart, so he will forgive you. So like that Sita told. Then Ravana got wild, then in front of 100 wives she was insulted. So he told the other Rakshasis, get her, come to my way, agree to me, my proposal as soon as possible. Otherwise I will kill you all people also. And he told Sita also, if you didn't obey me, listen to me, agree to me, within 2 more months. It seems 10 months passed in between. For 1 year, 2 more months were there. So Ravana had a deadline of 1 year. He already gave to Sita. So now 10 months over, 2 more months only there. After 2 more months, I will give you as breakfast to these Rakshasis. Be aware of that. Telling such things, Ravana went away. So Sita told Ravana, see, I myself can burn you down. But this comes even in Kambaramana also, if I remember well. நின்னையும் இலங்கையும் என் சொல்லால் சுடுவன் என் மன்னவன் வீரத்திற்கு இழுக்கு. I am approximately putting the words. என் மன்னவன் வீரத்திற்கு இழுக்கு, because it is shameful for Rama. See, Rama could not save his wife. What is let's say patriarchy? What is the power in male? So he is nothing. His wife only has to save herself. He couldn't do anything. So like that, blame will go to Rama. But I know Rama is capable of protecting me and taking me away from here. So I am waiting for him to come and protect me. They release me. So that's why I am waiting. Otherwise, I myself can burn you down. So this also Sita told Ravana. So then Ravana told the Rakshasis by hook or by crook made her submit to me. Then the Rakshasis were trying to frighten her. Then meanwhile, a Trijata named Rakshasi, possibly she is daughter of Vibhishna, possibly younger daughter also. She consoled Sita. Of course, she told other Rakshasis also, don't play with her, it is playing with fire. Her husband is very powerful, so when he come here, she will punish you all people. So better get friendship with her, don't frighten her. And so on she told and chased away all other Rakshasis. Then she came to Sita, consoled her, citing her early morning dream. So generally it is believed in the Brahma Muhurta time or around that time, early morning, if you have a dream, that will happen for sure. So she narrated many things. So if one want to know what is the connection between dream, how to interpret dream, then that person may go through this portion in Sarga 27 of Sundarakanta. So she narrated many things, what many dreams she saw. One among them is Rama will come and rescue Sita. In 38 verse, this also she says, Lanka was burned by a monkey acting as envoy of Rama. So this didn't happen as of now, didn't happen, but she saw in her dream some monkey came and burned Lanka, who came as an envoy of Sri Rama. Then the consoling words are very good. When we are in trouble, any amount of consolement won't work. Many people commit suicide and so on because of the pressure of the problems. Of course, they may have something to that effect in their horoscope also. So, the consolement given by Trijata was not enough for Sita. So, there was no word from Rama. There is no mobile, there is no SMS, there is no WhatsApp, there is no telegram. Nothing, no communication for Sita. She don't know what is happening. Whether Rama knows she was abducted, whether he knows who abducted, whether he knows where she was taken to, and what is the route, how to rescue. So there are a lot of questions, unanswered questions. Sita don't know anything. What is happening on the other side? And where is she? How far it is from Rama or Tandakaranya and so on. Nothing Sita also didn't know. So there is no, people they say there is a silver ray of hope she didn't have any silver ray of hope in her life. For 10 months, not only 1 or 2 days, for 10 months she didn't have any such things. So it seems she was trying to strangle herself. So then Hanuman sang Rama's story. So that is possibly the first Ramayana. Lavakusha sang later after Valmiki wrote. But Hanuman sang before that. He sang Rama's story. How he took birth, how he married Sita and so on. The whole story he narrated in his song. Then Sita, of course, after a 10 months gap, she is hearing something about her motherland. So she was looking here and there because Hanuman was hiding himself. She couldn't locate him. Finally, she saw a monkey, Vanara, was singing, narrating the story. Of course, she thought just we listened from Trijata, her morning dream. So possibly we also may be dreaming. She might have pinched herself, whether it is dream or not. Then she finally found it is not her dream, something happening in front of her eyes, in her waking state. Then Hanuman climbed down. On Hanuman's inquiries, because Hanuman wanted to make sure she is Sita. Because already he got defeated by Mandodari. So he wanted to make sure this is Sita. Of course, he heard Ravana telling, Sita telling and so on. Still, he wanted to make one more verification. So he asked her, because he is in a Maya Loka of Sri Lanka, Rakshasa Loka. What is going on around him, he cannot taken for granted. So he asked Sita. Then Sita narrated her story. From her standpoint, she narrated the Ramayana, how she was abducted by Ravana. So in this context, we get a thing that Sita told Hanuman she was married to Rama, then she lived for 12 years in Ayodhya. Then in the 13th year only, they were sent to forest. So this point so far we didn't get, only this context we get. They lived for 12 years in Ayodhya. Then Hanuman reveals that he is an envoy of Sri Rama, but Sita doubts. Because it is Asura's world, any Maya can happen. If there is a golden deer can come and take away Rama and then yell in the voice of Rama, taking away Lakshmana too, then anything can happen around. We cannot take things going around for granted. Of course, Vedanta also says the same. The whole world is Mithya, but we are taking them all truth, Satya. So Sita doubted Anjaneya. Then Anjaneya, after she asked, if you know Rama, please narrate about Rama and Lakshmana. Then you are telling that you lived with him for some time. Then you please tell about the details. Then Anjaneya, after giving details about Rama and Lakshmana to prove his genuinity, narrates his own story also. Because Sita was doubted, how come a monkey travel this much distance and come to Sri Lanka, of Ravana Sri Lanka, who is very powerful. So she was doubting in that way also. So Hanuman narrated his own story also. So these are the places we can read to get more details. So as I have already told those things, I am not going into details. So Hanuman told his life story also. How he was very much powerful, how he could be able to cross the ocean and reach Sri Lanka without any other people knowing. Then Anjaneya delivers the ring to strengthen Sita's confidence. You see, Sita is for 10 months without any knowledge of outside world she is living. So she will be in a doubting Thomas. In the Bible they say. There was a disciple for Jesus Christ called Thomas. I hope that is the person they call doubting Thomas. Okay. If my memory is correct, that is the case. Sita also was doubting. So, to strengthen her confidence, Hanuman shows her the ring given by Rama. Then Sita was doubting why it is taking too much time for Rama. When she was with him, he was very much loving Sita. He cannot, like until bird, there is a bird, they, while traveling in the water, if there is a flower comes in between, they won't afford to separate due to the flower. They will die away, it seems. In Tirukural, the simile comes. So Rama was so close, so loving when they were together. But 10 months over, Rama didn't come. There is no message from him. So Sita was doubting whether Rama is the same Rama or he changed like the other people. And so on. She was doubting. So, to boost her confidence, then Anjaneya explains how Rama is still in love of Sita, how he is suffering due to the partition of Sita, and Lakshmana was consoling him and so on. And the only thing in Rama's side is he have no clue where Sita is, who took away and so on. So he is trying to gather details. So whenever I reach back, immediately he will reach here and rescue you. So Hanuman was boosting her confidence by telling the details. And Sita was telling in this context, Sloka 30 of Sarga 36 in Sundarakanda, neither his mother nor father, anyone is equal. The love he shows to me, much less superior to me in receiving Rama's affection. So this is the line from Sita's own mouth. They say from devil's own mouth, something to that effect in English. So Sita's own mouth, you hear this, okay? So you know how Rama loved Sita. Of course, there are so many things even before. As a Prathama Malla Nyayam, in Vedanta we say, I am giving you this line. Sita herself says, she is very sure how Rama loved her. So don't bring Rama asked Sita to enter into fire. Rama chased away Sita to forest. Such things you don't bring, because they are all useless and they have no weight. Everybody knew how Rama loved Sita, how Rama believed Sita, trusted Sita and so on. Rama proved each and every chance when he got. Okay. For a Sita, for a lady, he was waiting for 10 months. And he was inquiring. He came to Sugriva and got hold of his friendship. And he has sent monkeys to find out which idiot will do these things. From these things we can, without Sita telling me ourselves, if we have brain, we ourselves can understand how Rama was loving Sita. Isn't it? But still there are people doubting Rama's love for Sita.
Because they don't have so much love for their wives, no?
Yes, that is the reason. They themselves are not honest to their wives.
That's why they can't understand Rama.
Yeah. People who blame or talk ill of Rama, generally characterless people. Like Dakshinamurti, that is to say Karnanidhi and so on. The group, you say they are all characterless people. They only criticize Rama. So from that, Mataji's psychology is true. They criticize Rama only because of their character. So, this is Sita's words. Then Anjaneya, to explain her, he says in Sloka 41, Rama doesn't take meat, nor even honey, because he got separated with Sita. He partakes wild fruits and boiled rice, fully sanctioned for an ascetic. So, how a ascetic life Rama is living. Hanuman explains to Sita, and that too in the evening. That is the fifth period of the day. There is morning, before noon, noon, afternoon, evening. This is the 5 divisions of a day. So in that fifth division of the day, that is in the evening only, this also Rama takes. So that much Rama, the same way Rama lived when he sent Sita to forest. In the last days also, how Sita will be living in the forest. The same life he had in the palace. So people who don't read Ramayana even for a bit only say such nasty things, idiotic things. So Rama, even now, he was living their austere life, their tapasvi life only. He is living. Hanuman told Sita, because she was, why Rama didn't come? That was the question in Sita's mind. Whether he loves me or not, she had a doubt. So to ward off that doubt, Hanuman explains the things. And he further says, in 42 sloka, Rama is no longer able to drive away biting fly or mosquito or insects or even reptiles from his body, because his mind is fully fixed on Sita. He don't know what is going around him. Lakshmana has to take care of him. Otherwise he might have left his body even before because of the separation from you. So that is Rama's grief because of separation of Sita. So such things Hanuman, Anjaneya tells to Sita. Then Sarga 37, Sita says from 9 to 13 slokas. This point I am making because there is a relevant in our line of thinking. Sita says Ravana didn't listen to Vibhishana. So already Surpanaga told Rama, Lakshmana, Sita. There is a brother for us who is very much different from us. So second time, Sita herself tells Anjaneya, I listened from Kala, who is eldest daughter of Vibhishana. So we can safely guess Trijata is the younger one. Vibhishana's daughter Kala also in touch with Sita and consoling her. So Kala told Sita that my father Vibhishana advised Ravana, but he didn't listen to release Sita. He didn't listen. The same way there is Avindhya, another person who is very elderly, and Ravana respects him also. Still Ravana didn't listen to Avindhya's advice also. So we come to know it is not only Maricha told. Even after that, there were people telling Ravana, see, one person may commit a wrong thing because of some emotionally
one may commit something. And 10 months time was there. There are people telling him again and again, this is wrong, please get rid of this, release Sita. There were people telling him, in spite of their life may be in trouble, because in front of Ravana one tells me their life may be in trouble. Still they are telling, Vibhishana was telling, Avindhya was telling. So Sita tells Hanuman. So Hanuman has one more point about how Vibhishana is different from. Okay. Of course, this later Hanuman will be conveying to Rama. So Rama will be having one more point. When Vibhishana comes for surrender, everyone was against him. But we know Rama accepted him. Of course, Rama accepted anyone who surrenders him. That was the story. But Vibhishana had qualifications too. Then she told, immediately bring Rama here. Then Hanuman told, Sita was telling many things. I am not explaining those things. Then Hanuman told, if you wish, I myself will take you to Hanuman. Because Hanuman already told, I only in my shoulders took Rama and Lakshmana to Sugriva. And he told, I have the power, so I can take you to Rama. You please. Sita was doubting. Then he took a huge figure. So then Sita was satisfied. Yes, he can do. Because as of now, Hanuman was in a small farm without knowing, hiding. So he don't want to attract anybody's attention. So he was in a small farm. Then Sita doubted him. He took a huge farm. Then Sita was convinced that he can take her to Rama. But she didn't accept that offer. She was giving many reasons. One is, hey, you will fly like a rocket. Then I will fall down in the ocean. Then the crocodiles, the shark will eat me up. So such reasons also she was giving. I am a lady, I cannot hold tightly. So in your fast, I will fall down. Then another reason also she told, I don't wish anyone touch other than Rama. With my consent. So this is one more reason she gave. Then Hanuman understood her sentiments. So he told, no, don't mistake me. Because you were asking to bring Rama. I am capable of going Rama and taking him back. Only two trips. I can take you directly there. So that's one reason. Then Rama also is suffering much. So when he see you, he will also get relaxed. And out of enthusiasm also, I suggested that option. But I understand your sentiments. As early as possible, I will go and convey Rama and I will bring back here. And of course, Sita told, if you take me there, then it will be in the long run. There will be Dravidian people will come, idiots will come. They will say, Rama was useless. It is because of Hanuman it happened. They will say like that also. So Rama was eunuch, they will say. So it won't give good name for my husband. So I want to give my husband a good name. So let him come and release me from this. So like this, she is giving some legitimate reasons and Hanuman understood that. Then yes.
People are talking about Rama.
Yeah. See, as though they knew what will happen in Kali Yuga, and every actions of them is very much calculated. When we go through Ramayana, we see those things. So Sita was distressed to hear Rama's excessive grief caused by her separation. implored Anjaneya to bring Rama at once to her. Anjaneya offers to carry her to Rama to inspire confidence. He assumes a gigantic form also. Then Sita declined, insisted to bring Rama to her, to Sri Lanka and release her. I think we may stop here and continue in the next class. If there is any question, we may take, or we will conclude with prayer.
Swami, one this thing I like to know. I don't know is in Kambarama and Ramayana or Valmiki. Sita, Mother Earth, she was born from.
Yeah.
Actually, what is the story behind that? Is it Valmiki wrote that or?
Valmiki. I think it already came. I didn't go in detail. The Janaka was blowing the land for some yaga. So at that time, he got a box. In that box, Sita was there. So they consider she came from earth.
Then what is the thing? Another this thing, they say she was also Ravana's daughter. You know the Katha of Ravana?
There is a story I have heard, but I don't know from which Ramayana it comes.
Which Ramayana? Of course,
Valmiki, to my knowledge, it is not there in Valmiki. But I can cross verify when I find the right data. I may get back to you. But I have heard that. So some people.
Curse for him or something like that because of that also.
The story goes like this. When Sita is Ravana's own daughter, so the astrologers told, so it means Ravana believed in astrology. These Ravana's great grandson won't believe. Okay, so astrologers told this daughter will cause destruction to Sri Lanka, so better get rid of her. Then he boxed her, then put it in the ocean. Then it reached Janaka's Yajna Vedi, the Yagashala. Then he took. In that way, that story goes. I have heard that, but from which source I have not cross-verified. So that's one way of telling that. So again, when she went back, Lanka was destructed. But that is not, to my knowledge, that is not in the Valmiki Ramayana or Kamba Ramayana.
Which one?
This version is neither in Valmiki nor in Kampa.
Okay.
To my knowledge.
So இவங்க எங்க இருந்து எடுத்தாங்க இது தெரியும். இவங்களே டக்குனு எடுத்து எழுதிட்டாங்க. But cannot be, no? That's
There are many versions. Even there is a Thailand version, Indonesia version, and so on. So we have to cross verify where it comes.
Thailand எங்க இருந்து வந்திருக்கும்? அது வால்மீகி சொல்லுங்க.
Yeah, generally the main skeleton will be from Valmiki. Then according to their place and culture and so on, they add things. The local, if there is some legends in the local, they will get mixed up in the. Then possibly the astrologers also cook up stories. Even now, the astrologers say many things. Many stories, whether it is in Purana or not, we don't know. When they tell some parihara or when they ask to worship or do something, they bring some Puranic story. Then they tell, so that people believe. When they tell some Puranic story, the people believe it. Then it works as a, they say, generally, the belief in the doctor only cures the patient, not in the medicine, they say. Most of the cases, that's what happening, the research says. So in that way, if they have to believe the astrologer, then they narrate such stories, then people believe in them. So it is difficult to trace the source. If I find out, then I will give you the detail. But it is there. I have also heard that. Yes, Amma?
Sorry, in Malaysia also we have in 70s, 80s they have this puppet show. They call it in
Kutha.
in
Pavai Kuthu.
Wayang puppet show, wayang kulit they call it. And then also they have always played this Ramayana. Always come out this Rama, Sita and Ravana in Malaysia.
Whether this story comes there?
Yeah, we have. It's like the same, the puppet show we have.
Yeah.
Ravana is, Sita is Ravana's daughter story comes there?
No.
Generally, all forms of folk, whether it is dance, songs, literature, drama, always the theme will be from Puranas or Ithihasas. Ramayana, Mahabharata only they enact. Mainly Ramayana and Mahabharata, very rarely from Puranas. Even in our place, there it is the puppet show is called Pavai Kuthu. Pavai means puppet in Tamil. So Pavai Kuthu they say.
What is the name of Wayang Kulit? Is it?
Yes, wayang kulit. Puppet show. Yeah.
Okay.
Puppet show in Malaya.
Then Kaniyan Atam, Villu Patte.
Swamiji, in Malaysia, the Malays doing that, the puppet show.
Oh, then that.
It's not
I thought that the people, immigrant people.
No. We see Malaysia, Indonesia, and all the others are keeping. England நாட்டுல தான் எல்லாத்தையும் அழிச்சிட்டாங்க.
Oh, then it is a news for me. The Malaysian also knew Ramayana.
Hello. Anjaneya, Rama all came here and went. I இந்த காடு பத்தியெல்லாம் வெட்டிட்டு போனாங்க. இன்னும் உங்க ஊர்ல தான் Indonesia, we are all part of it.
So it in their folk dance drama it comes means that much old the story, the culture.
And then moreover, all the people from India also came here, they were following all those things, you know. That time they didn't have this Muslim and all that. But
Yeah.
these are all the Tamil but then they, in between they changed things, religion and all that. So all this, when the king is there, then naturally the Hinduism also follow there, you know.
Yeah.
So all this came in, but then Indonesia and all, they are preserving, Thailand not preserving, most of the places they are preserving, except Malaysia.
So it is thanks for the news information.
Because Malaysia took Ravana's side, like the Dravidians.
Okay.
So we are following that style of it. They don't mind doing anything like. Now only we are getting one Rama to come inside. We'll see how he is there.
The Gramiya Kalai, they say, folk dance, songs and so on. Kumbatam, Karagatam, Kaniyatam, Oyilatam, Kummi, Villupattu. There are so many forms of folk forms, art forms. So every art form generally will have Ramayana, Mahabharata, Nallatangal story, Desing Rajan story. There are some important line of thinking in there because those stories people like a lot. They might have tried many things. Among them, this only appealed to the people. In spite of enacting them again and again, people never get bored. So it became a tradition. They always play that only.
The Villupattu is very nice.
Yeah.
We had in Malaysia last time.
Okay.
Now nobody comes.
Oh.
They come and they will do the temples and all, people sit there. So very nice to see them do.
Now there is some effort in Tamil Nadu to revive those things. But meanwhile, they got into some other track also. While reviving, Muslim, particularly Christians, communists hijack them. So they bring in social ideologies in those folk forms.
Ramayana.
Yeah, instead of Ramayana, they bring in patriarchy, matriarchy, and so on. Sorry, feminism and socialism and so on. Progressive ideas, social themes they enact. So
now, for example, in Tamil cinema, if you take old days, Harichandra and so on was the old films. Now you don't see any Puranic story. Always it is a love story of modern school boys and girls, not college boys and girls, school boys and girls. So that much denigrated the standard. So when cinema, the much appealing platform is doing that, then drama and other people also has to follow that. But some revival possibly taking place. Recently the Ponniyin Selvan came as a rare exception, and even in the social form, the dominance of left is breaking away. The right people coming in and bringing in right ideas, that is patriotic and culturalistic ideas they are bringing in, to say Bagasuran, Draupadi and so on, some films. I don't know, I have not seen, but I heard things, there is change taking place.
Very quite good or something like that. Quite a lot of revival. Bringing our directors are very boldly coming up now.
Yeah, and the left agenda driven films are getting flapped. And the films which are against our culture and religion, that is Hinduism, marking of Hindu gods and so on, they are all in box office defeat they are facing. That is financially they are not earning money. So that is one more reason the directors are changing their way of thinking, because they have to earn money. Previously,
Hindus have broken up.
that is the reason.
That's the reason. They are not going and entertaining all those things.
No more the old Hindus, playing Hindus. Whatever they mark, we will also go and laugh. Actually, it happened, it seems, in 1960s or so, that DK people were pelting stones or chappals on Rama statue figure. The case went to court. Then they showed proof. Then the judge asked, it seems, okay, it happens, but people around are laughing, they are happy. Then citing that, the judge dismissed the case. So they want us to be vigorous, aggressive, riot. We have to make a riot, it seems. The judges themselves want. So...
No, true. What he says is true, no, Swami. We need not have laughed,
Yeah.
We should have put a serious case and then...
There is no protest from Hindu community. That's what he meant.
Yeah.
So even now it is not there. There are a lot of temples distracted by this government.
Yeah, breaking down.
And many things happens. The temples are in government's hand, which is against law. It is in the court. Though there are judgment to that effect, it is not implemented by the government, successive governments also. But still Hindus are going and offering in the temples and offering the temples is okay. They are putting votes to those people, the same governments. So that means Hindus not waken up enough.
I think this is more on the village sites and all, Those who really do not...
No, generally the town people are corrupted, more corrupted. Village people are going to temple, having pious.
Some people, Swamiji, I think they don't vote.
Yes, that's also true. Most don't vote.
But those people, the other side, who do not know anything, okay.
Yeah, money and drink.
Drink, yeah. So that's the main thing. But it's okay. Now, slowly, I think they'll break them up.
Yeah, the change is taking place. We don't know how much time it will take. But if the change takes place among the public, then any government will do the same. See, if people vote for the right people, then the wrong people will become right also.
Yes.
They will change their attitude towards Hinduism and Hindus. That's what I always say to people. You change the mindset of Hindus, the sentiment of public sentiment, then the change will automatically take place. It is not that BJP has to come to power. See, Jayalalitha came, brought an anti-conversion law. Then she failed in a by-election. Then she repealed it because she failed. There is no support among the Hindus. So she repealed it. So we have to change our mindset. Hindus has to change our mindset. We have to work on that. Thank you. Prayer. அஞ்சிலே ஒன்று பெற்றான் அஞ்சிலே ஒன்றை தாவி அஞ்சிலே ஒன்று ஆறாக ஆரியற்காக ஏகி அஞ்சிலே ஒன்று பெற்ற அணங்கை கண்ட அயலாரூரில் அஞ்சிலே ஒன்றை வைத்தான் அவன் நம்மை அழித்து காப்பான். ஹரி ஓம் தத் சத். சர்வம் பிரம்மார்ப்பணமஸ்து. ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணார்ப்பணமஸ்து.